Base. Hey guys, I'm exhausted. And it's not just because I just biked for an hour, which I did, but it's because I've been lugging this 50-pound salt block around with me the last couple of days, everywhere I've been going, everything I've been doing. Seriously. Look, I figured out what we have going on up here. I figured out how to deal with it. There's got to be a different way. It's got to be an easier way. And I was visited in a dream, or I had a dream about Jesus. And guys, this is not a joke. I'm not being sacrilegious. I'm not here to offend anybody's beliefs. JC's been my co-pilot for a long time too. I just don't push on others. Well, and you're going to kind of see why here in a minute. But it all ties in together. Well, not really. Let's get this dream thing out of the way first. It's one of those things I just felt I should share. Then we're going to get to this and what's going on up here. And my silly, beautiful bride, Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, and the way she does things. So anyway, here from the Peanut Gallery. Let me find it. Okay, ready? From a viewer. I can't believe how many people you have convinced that you may or may not have a Bigfoot Sasquatch living in the forest behind your home. I just want you to know that Jesus is coming back, and he's coming back soon. And when he gets here, he is going to judge you. All right. Your hat's on inside. No, wait, that's not it. Wow. And they typed, all three of those letters are capitalized, and there's an exclamation mark behind it. So for emphasis. Wow. So that really caught my attention. Okay. I would love to see the size of the account where you have your YouTube money going, you liar, you fake, you hoaxer. Jesus is coming back, and when he does, he's going to judge you first. Unsubscribed. I could go on. We get these throughout the day. So anyway, get out of here. Listen, we'll get the dream part out of the way. I'm going to explain this and what we may or may not have going on up here. So the other day, I was down in my office working upstairs in a house down there. I work in a spare bedroom upstairs that I've got converted into an office. Got my desk, and that's where I'll type. And I was working on this book that's been like a 7-year project that we're this close to getting done. It's an anthology of stories for Halloween. If I can get it to my editor by the end of August, it too will be available for purchase in print by way of the link in the description box below this video, where the rest of my books are available in print and Kindle on Amazon. So I'm up there trying to finish this thing up, and I got tired. So I laid down, I took a nap. And so while I'm asleep, it was one of those dreams that seemed so real. It's like I opened my eyes and it felt like I was awake, but I had to be dreaming because Jesus Christ was sitting there at my desk looking at my laptop. And I set up, this is I made a video the other day about how we need to be careful about the things we put into our mind, like news, music, movies, books we read, even stuff like this, comments on our YouTube channels. He's sitting there at the desk. I sit up in bed and I look at him and I say, OMG, And he says, well, no, actually, I'm his son. And I was like, are you here to judge me? And he said, well, actually, I did come here to judge you. But while, you looked like you having a pretty deep nap there, I wanted to let you get a little bit more rest. And so I just sat down here. I saw that your laptop was open, and I was scrolling through these comments on some of your videos, and I don't think I need to judge you. My work here is done. It appears as if my followers have done it for me. I was like, well, yeah, we get that a lot, but now what? He goes, well, I go on to the next guy. And he stood and turned and walked through the wall. And that's when I sprung up, and I was like, was that a dream or was that real? It was one of those dreams that seemed very, very realistic. So anyway, I just thought I would share that with the folks here on the channel. Now, this is a 50-pound block of salt. Let me tell you how I came about acquiring this. And no, that word means steal in the Army. Okay, we bought it. Why it's here. Okay, so a couple days or so ago, we had a really strange thing happen down here in the woods behind my home, where we may or may not have potentially Bigfoot Sasquatch. Well, I was making a video and it just started recording in slow motion. And I didn't do it. It was really weird. And so I went back and made another video and tried to see if the same thing would happen, and heard some footprints from something that wasn't there, someone or something that wasn't there, and heard some growls, but the camera didn't do the slow-mo thing again. But my beautiful bride Dearly, aka Giggly Girl, and myself, we've been watching this show Supernatural a lot lately. We're on season 7, episode 22, and we started at season 1, episode 1 a couple months ago. We're going to get through all 15 seasons. Dearly is, I used to think she was obsessed with the show, but I know that's not the case. She's obsessed with Jensen Ackles, the actor that plays Dean Winchester in the show. So that night we're watching the show, and she's talking about how guapo Dean is. My wife, she's Filipina. Guapo means handsome. Guapa means beautiful. Every time Dean comes on, you just hear her go, guapo. Like, yeah, honey, okay. We know that you think Jensen Ackles is very guapo. And she's like, oh, but you are too. I'm like, okay, you don't have to say that every time. But anyway, I got it. I had an epiphany. I said, honey, that thing out there in the woods, whatever made that camera go in slow-mo, it's demons. We need salt. And she's like, I said, in the show when they, they'll spread a circle of salt around themselves to protect themselves from the demons, and they summon the demons and they kill the demons. So the next day, which was yesterday, Dearly went into town to run around with her friend Jenny Jo. Go like Jenny Jo's channel. How dare me, but go like it. They were going to Walmart, and I said, hey, while you're in town, will you get me a bunch of salt? She's like, how much? I said, a lot. Give me 50 pounds of salt. Okay? I need water. Hold on. Base. All right. So anyway, listen, when Dearly goes to a store, most of the guys that work there just run up to her and ask her if they can help her find anything. Can they help her with anything? They love to help her. And so she goes into Walmart. It's guy, said a really nice, friendly guy, mid-50s, runs up, volunteers to help her, and she says, yeah, I need salt. And he goes, oh, it's up here in aisle whatever, where the groceries are. And she goes, well, I need a lot of it. I need 50 pounds salt. And Dearly speaks English very well, but it's still a little bit broken. So the guy was confused, and he's like, you need 50 pounds of salt? And she said, yeah, it's for my husband. My husband said, get 50 pounds salt. And so the guy's like, oh, okay, I know what you need. Come with me. It's in outdoor sporting goods or something. They go to the hunting section, and I guess the guy thought she wanted a 50-pound salt block for deer or whatever. This is what she brings home. So she brings this thing home. I'm out here splitting wood down here. I got another 2 loads that same day from we have friends down the road who lost a maple tree in some recent storms. They cut this stuff up into stove lengths for me, piled it by the house, and just let me come and get it. All I had to do was throw it in the truck. It's like raining free firewood around here lately. We're so blessed with this. It's wonderful. Okay. So anyway, she said, you need to come to the car and get your salt. It's very heavy. So I went and I got it. I'm like, honey, this isn't what I meant. How can I pour this in a circle to protect myself from what may or may not be demons up there in the forest behind our home, living amongst potentially what may or may not be Bigfoot Sasquatches up there behind our house up in the woods? So we thought about it, and she said, you know what? Just use it as like, just keep it with you, because the salt is pure in the show, and as long they're kind of just afraid of it, so just take it with you when you do everything and use it as a base. So that's what I've been doing. I've been using this thing as a base when I've been splitting firewood. Base. Base. I've been using this thing as a base when I've been mowing grass. I've even been using this thing as a base when I've been upstairs in my office writing my collection of short paranormal, supernatural, horror-related anthology stories for Halloween. You can purchase t-shirts like the one I'm wearing by scrolling down to my Teespring merch shelf below the video. Period. Base. Which again will soon be available in print or Kindle from Amazon. Same place you can get my other books, from the link in the description box below this video. So anyway, there's got to be another way of doing this. I guess maybe I need to go to the store. Trust me, nobody ever wants to help me when I go to the store. But I'm just going to have to go get some powdered salt because I cannot continue to lug this thing around. Okay? So anyway, that's all. I had that story for you. That explains why I've got this, and I wanted to share that dream with you. And listen, haters, keep on judging me. I don't care, because what you're doing is you're making my co-pilot JC's job a lot easier because you're doing it for him. But I will caution you this. If you're doing this to others, aside from just me, if you're out there judging everybody you're coming into contact with, that's all well and good, but I would be careful, because when you're taking the work away from him, he doesn't have to do it, you might be next on his list. Thanks for being here for another episode of the PBSS, the PBDS, Potential Bigfoot Sasquatch Potential Demon Show. But I gotta get back to work. Ugh. Take this with me. See you next time. Ah.